Peace in Gaza could continue with a U.S.-backed plan passing in the UN.
After much back and forth in the government, the Epstein files could be released today.
And Texas National Guard troops have been recalled from their highly controversial assignment in Chicago. Stay with us.
Broadcasting live from the University of North Texas, this is NTTV News at Noon.
Good afternoon. Thank you for joining NTTV News at Noon. I am Ajay Moore.
And I'm Taylor Reed.
To start us off today, the UN Security Council voted in favor for President Donald Trump's 20-point plan for peace in Gaza. The resolution passed with 14 votes in favor, 0 against, and 2 abstentions from Russia and China. The resolution builds off the first phase calling for Israel, Egypt, and a newly trained Palestinian police force to work together to establish an international stabilization force, essentially a coalition of international troops. House
Speaker Mike Johnson says he expects a vote today on releasing Justice Department case files on Jeffrey Epstein. Advocates say they could reveal potential ties between the convicted pedophile and powerful people like President Donald Trump. He denies any wrongdoing and has never been charged. CNN's Amy Kiley reports on the latest efforts to make the files public.
We're definitely feeling optimism.
Today, the House could vote on releasing government case files involving sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. Survivors are urging lawmakers to pass the bill.
There have been a lot of betrayals, so I think what we really want to see is follow through.
This is about holding accountable those who exploit, and that they're done having the powerful run the show here.
One of the bill's main supporters predicts it'll pass with a veto-proof majority, despite the battle just to get it on the floor. A bipartisan discharge petition is forcing a vote, despite prior resistance from House Speaker Mike Johnson. It has the required signatures after a newly elected congresswoman added her name. Democrats argue Johnson waited 50 days to swear her in to delay an Epstein vote.
If you've caused harm to children, to girls, to women, you should be exposed and there should be justice.
Johnson says the delay was due to the shutdown. He says he's warming to the bill because the Senate can revise it.
They'll be able to correct some of those concerns that we have, the protection of victims and whistleblowers and all the rest.
President Donald Trump is reversing his position and now says he'd sign the legislation. On social media, he writes, quote, "We have nothing to hide and it's time to move on." Critics are skeptical of the timing.
He got tired of me winning, so he joined our side.
I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
The Trump administration is weighing whether to relocate the Federal Emergency Management Agency to Texas and tap the state's top emergency official to lead it. According to the Texas Tribune in February, Trump interviewed Nim Kidd, who is the head of the Texas Division of Emergency Management, to run FEMA. Kidd later said that he declined the position, writing on LinkedIn that he is committed to serving Texas first. Moving the agency about 1,500 miles from Washington to Texas could create huge challenges by separating the headquarters from its overseeing agency.
Since the government shut down a month and a half ago, tons of federally funded programs and aids have felt the brunt end of the stick, one in particular being the SNAP benefits program. I had the chance to speak with a local food pantry here in Denton about how this has affected them and what kind of support they need during these times. Take a look.
The government was officially shut down for 43 days, the longest recorded time in history. With that came the loss of a lot of federal funding, including SNAP benefits. Denton Freedom House Food Pantry is one of the local places that has felt the impact of this.
I was just getting ready for the influx of people that were going to show up around here due to the unforeseen circumstances.
Nowadays, the cost of groceries has risen exponentially, causing more and more Americans to rely on the anti-hunger program. The pantry itself is income-based, so the less you make, the more food you get.
We got a lot of people in need of everything that they can get.
With Thanksgiving just around the corner, millions of Texans don't know if they're even going to have any food to put on the table for the holiday. Luckily, the food pantries are here to help, but they need your help too.
Anything that you can spare, anything that you can pick up and donate, we'll accept that. We're trying to emphasize on turkeys, quick meals, just anything for those who do not have a place to stay. If they're staying in something like a hotel or something like that they can put in a microwave and do something real quick, that would be good. But we're also taking pretty much anything as far as food-wise.
As of November 14th, full benefits have been dispersed for the month, but people under the program are still in danger. Tighter restrictions will now be placed, and Americans who use the food aid will be told to comply or lose their benefits entirely. If you or anyone you know are in the means to help out, you can contact the pantry at 940-808-1016 or visit their website and click the Donate tab.
I think that it's a good thing we have going on here. So those who do not know, please come up here. It's highly encouraged, and we'll get you taken care of if you're in need.
Denton Freedom House is always looking for volunteers, but there are several more food pantries located here in Denton. This holiday season, find one close to you and do your part if you can.
Members of the Texas National Guard are expected to leave Chicago soon and return home before Thanksgiving. The Trump administration ordered around 200 troops to enter the city, enforcing immigration policies about 6 weeks ago. Trump's Guard deployment is said to have around $473 million during the 6 weeks they spent in Chicago. And while the exact date of return hasn't been specified, they are expected to make a return later this week.
A drunk driver hit the Quakertown Parks Bridge around 2 a.m. Saturday morning. The driver was a 30-year-old Dallas resident and was arrested on a charge of driving while intoxicated on a second offense. The driver's first DWI offense occurred in 2016 in Dallas, according to Denton police. The Quakertown Park Bridge was built in the Great Depression under President Franklin D. Roosevelt to help provide work for Texans during the recession.
Taylor, I'm not so sure if we're ever going to get cold weather again like we did the other weeks.
Well, never say never. Luckily, our weather anchor, Samaj Bell, is here to give us a look and see if it's ever going to cool down. Samaj?
Well, it is true. We have no idea whether or not this cool weather will be coming. I've been telling y'all for who knows how long that cool weather will be coming. But as you can see today, yeah, it's 83 right now, and it's going to be getting a little bit warmer. We're going to be getting high into the mid 80s. Take a look at this. 83 right now, feeling like 81, and 2-mile-per-hour winds, low winds. If we take a look at tonight's conditions, look at this, 76, but it is going to be cloudy. Amen, folks. But it'll be feeling like 73, winds of 2 miles per hour. If we take a look at tomorrow, 79 by this time, and tomorrow feeling like 77. And get this, folks, 3-mile-per-hour winds. So it may not be much, but it's something. And I also got, coming up, your full weather, a little bit of rain coming in the forecast. More on that coming up.
The decision of a tuition increase is officially in the hands of students themselves.
Our very own Talea Munson is here to tell us more. Talea?
Hey guys, voting opened Monday for the athletic fee increase. The intercollegiate athletic fee referendum is a plan to slowly increase the athletic fee until it rests at $25 per credit hour. Benefits include, but aren't limited to, more internship, travel, and employment opportunities, and could create more funds for some of UNT's programs. Now, on another note, admission to universities across the nation are dropping. A new report shows that international student spending in the U.S. could significantly drop by over $1 billion this fall because of declining enrollment. The Association of International Educators say those numbers are based on a 17% drop in international student enrollment, largely due to policy changes. Now, this large decline began at the beginning of the year when the Trump administration canceled thousands of students' visas, then reinstituted them weeks later. Of course, we will continue to keep you updated with these trends. With North Texas Television, I'm Talea Munson. Back to you at the desk.
The Met Gala theme has officially been announced, and what it ended up being might surprise you.
And flu season is officially here, and it is worse than ever. Find out more after the break.
What's up? Nothing much. I'm really bored. I feel like there's nothing to do.
Are you kidding? The MRTS picture show is happening.
The MRTS what?
Come with me.
Okay.
It's a series of free film screenings right here on campus. And there's free popcorn.
Nice. Thank you.
The Lone Star Student Production Awards happened Saturday, with UNT bringing home an award for nonfiction long-form Michael by Alejandra Becerra. Other nominees from UNT included Painting Native Reality by Elena Stoica and Dana Tiger Beauty Flows by Riley Morris.
The Met Museum announced this year's theme for its star-studded annual gala. CNN Rachel's Tahin reacts.
The next Met Gala will focus on the one thing that almost every work of art in the Met Museum has in common: clothes. Costume art will pair works of art from all around the museum's collections with pieces by designers past and present that show how the common thread throughout the museum's collections is clothing. Another important element of this exhibition is the way in which it plans to push against the idea of an idealized body. The idea of the body in lots of different forms will be celebrated in this show, whether it's the pregnant body, the nude body, or even anatomy itself. Now, of course, the big question is, what does this mean for the Met Gala? I would expect to see a lot of dresses and outfits that reference art history, a lot of pieces that reference anatomy and that perhaps even emphasize the body or make it look more grotesque in a compelling or chic way. I would also predict that a number of stars will gravitate towards dresses that recall the Gilded Age, that have bustles and corseted waists, things that manipulate or emphasize various parts of the body. Now, some might say that the theme seems a little bit nerdy, a little bit sleepy, perhaps even boring, but I will say that history has shown us that a sleepy Met Gala exhibition makes for a fantastic red carpet.
Hollywood superstar Tom Cruise won an honorary Oscar Sunday night at the Governor Awards. Tom Cruise is known for his crazy stunts in movies such as the Mission Impossible series and Top Gun series. At 63 years old, Cruise is an outlier for this type of award, typically given to older actors near the end of their career. But Cruise does not seem to be slowing down.
An Australian man who accosted Ariana Grande in Singapore was sentenced to 9 days in jail Monday for being a public nuisance. Johnson Wen pleaded guilty to the charge after he jumped over the barricade at a premiere for Wicked for Good on November 13th, and he rushed towards Grande, according to the Singaporean news channel CNA. Video of the interaction showed 26-year-old running up to Grande and throwing his arms around her as she walked the yellow carpet with the Wicked cast at Universal Studios Singapore. Grande's co-star, Cynthia Erivo, stepped in the way to push Wen away. Wen is known as a serial stage crasher. Social media users have criticized Wen, calling him unhinged and embarrassing.
Well, I'm just glad she's okay. I am very excited to see Wicked next week, though.
I still need to see the first one, to be honest, but Samaj is going to tell us if the weather is going to be wicked or wonderful.
Well, in my opinion, it's going to be a bit wicked because, folks, I don't know how else to break it to you. We're still in the 80s after all this time. Look at this, right? Look at over here in North Texas. 83 in Dallas, 83 in McKinney, 83 in Denton, 82 over in Graham, 80s all around the beautiful North Texas area. If we take a look at the region, we can see a little bit of 60s over in El Paso, 67 over there, 64 in Amarillo, 70 in Oklahoma City, 83 in Denton, and 80 in Shreveport. A little bit balanced, but look, folks, if you ask me, I would really like some of those 60s, especially here, because I don't know about y'all, but I'm sick of the 80s. If we take a look at the forecast, now we got a little bit of good news. It is going to be cooling down just a little bit, especially as we enter into the weekend. Thursday, we got a slight chance of rain, 85%. And 30% chance of rain on Friday, highs of 75. And on Saturday, we got a high of 69, folks. And then look at this, 60s. I'm not gonna say 67 because I don't like that meme or whatever it is these kids do. I don't care about that. I'm here to deliver the weather. So it's 67 over on Monday and Sunday. And slight chance of rain again on Monday and Tuesday, 80% on Monday and 65 on Tuesday. And with that, folks, I will send it back to you at the desk.
I know the up and down in temperatures have our bodies out of whack, and with flu season being just around the corner, it is not helping.
We have Shelby right here to tell us what's in the air this season. Shelby?
Thanks, guys. Unfortunately, flu season was bad last year, and we could be in for a repeat. We are seeing the likelihood of a second severe flu season in a row because of lagging vaccinations and a new mutated strain. The strain is called subclade K and is behind early surges in the UK, Canada, and Japan. Last winter, the US had its highest rate of flu hospitalization in nearly 15 years. At least 280 children died of the flu, the highest number on record going back to 2004. You can go to your local clinic and get your flu shot to help keep our community safe. Thanks, and back to the.
Two of your favorite dining locations could be going away after the break.
And how science can keep an eye on American monarchs. Stay with us.
I use Flex to buy my favorite snacks.
I use Flex to get me through my mornings.
I use Flex at my favorite campus restaurants. I love how Flex is a cashless payment method and can be used at all campus dining venues.
So, how do you use Flex?
New change is coming for the UNT Union. At a Student Government Association meeting last week, the Executive Director of Dining Services, Peter Balabuk, announced plans to replace the Union Starbucks and Fuzzy's with in-house restaurants. They will not be resigning the agreement with Fuzzy's, but replacing it with Union Burger. The Starbucks in the Union will be replaced with a new in-house dining concept cafe offering continental brunch menu and voltage coffee products. Student budget and product affordability are being heavily considered for the new restaurants.
A local coffee shop is doing more than just serving lattes. It's actually bringing people together through a language many of us don't use every day. One of our student reporters had the chance to see how a monthly deaf coffee chat is strengthening and connecting the accessibility in our community.
Inside this Denton coffee shop, conversations sound a little different. Instead of voices, hands and facial expressions tell the stories. It's called Deaf Coffee Chat, a community event held at Zara Coffee and Events.
It's really fun. It's really fun to bring friends, I think. I think it's more enjoyable with friends, especially if you know people and you're comfortable signing. But it's also a good way to experience signing and get practice.
The gatherings happen once a month, giving ASL students all around Denton the chance to practice in real conversations outside of the classroom.
Part of our assignment is to go to 2 deaf events over the course of the semester. So this is my second time coming here. And that's kind of what got me into ASL in the first place. Before that, never took ASL or anything like that. So this is a very new experience, but I really love it.
Events like these help break down communication barriers and challenge misconceptions about deaf culture. Guests say it helps provide a space where hearing individuals learn that ASL is more than hand signs.
So deaf coffee specifically, I've been to about 3 or 4, but now I'm president of ASL Honor Society at Gaza, so I be here every week.
So whether someone is fluent in ASL or just learning their ABCs, customers say this event is about more than language. It's about community. And at a time when communication can feel divided, Deaf Coffee Chat proves connection doesn't require spoken words, just a willingness to listen with your eyes.
The Deaf Coffee Chats are scheduled on the 3rd Saturday of every month from 7 to 11 at Zero Coffee.
I heard we're reaching new heights when it comes to butterfly technology.
Our segment anchor, Caleb Quisenberry, has more. Caleb?
Thanks, y'all. It's true. Some 400 monarch butterflies across North America might be more technologically advanced than even you. To better understand the migration patterns of monarch butterflies, scientists at CMPASC organized over 20 partners in developing a tracker light enough to attach to the wing of a butterfly. These trackers let us know exactly what their flight pattern is, helping us understand how these insects respond to weather, seasons, and landscapes. In September, scientists were only working with 30 trackers as they gathered data about migration across Lake Erie without harming the butterflies. The director of Global Market Development at CTT, Dr. David Lapuma, said, "Those 30 tags showed this was a game changer as they provided an amazing visual of monarchs crossing Lake Erie and passing through urban and suburban Ohio." We can expect to know more than ever about monarchs in the next year, which can teach us about these beautiful creatures, weather conditions, and even the state of our own environment. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Caleb. The popular online gaming platform Roblox is introducing new age verification features amidst lawsuits and claims that it endangers kids. Soon, players that want to use the chat feature will soon have to provide a government ID or go through an AI age estimation tool that photographs their face. There have been some lawsuits and alleged claims saying the platform enabled predators to connect with children. While Roblox has already taken action and implemented measures to protect young users, the new measures are expected to greatly increase verified users on the game.
There's some good news as far as UNT football goes.
Our sports anchor, Christina Orozco, is here to tell us more. Christina?
Stay tuned after the break for more information on UNT football, the Dallas Stars, and the Dallas Cowboys. After a difficult bye week, the Dallas Cowboys dominated the Las Vegas Raiders 33-16. The game started out with a tribute to Marshawn Nealon, and they finished with one of the best games of the season to keep their playoff chances alive. Dak Prescott completed 25 of 44 passes for 268 yards and 4 touchdowns. George Pickens went on to earn 144 receiving yards, and Javonte Williams had a season high of 22 carries for 93 yards. Not only was the offense on fire, but eyes were on the defense as well, as Quinnen Williams made his debut, an explosive one, by racking up 5 QB hits, 4 combined tackles, and an assisted sack, applying pressure to Geno Smith. With this win, the Dallas Cowboys go second in the NFC East with a 4-5-1 record. They play the Philadelphia Eagles next Sunday at 3:25 ahead of Thanksgiving week. The Dallas Stars are currently on a 5-game win streak following their 5-1 victory over the Philadelphia Flyers on Saturday. And it seems as though Jason Robertson is unstoppable, as he got his 5th hat trick of his career with 3 goals and continuing his 3-game multi-point streak. Hintz had 3 assists, and Seguin had a goal and an assist to help out the Stars in their high-scoring game. With a big thanks to Jake Ottinger at the goal with 21 saves and a .95 save percentage. This game was seemingly one of the most impressive performances from this season. From start to finish, they retained their focus and dominance over the Flyers. The Stars are second in the Central Division, and they play the New York Islanders at 7 tonight. And lastly, our Mean Green football team once again brought another win to the table as they beat UAB 53-24 on Saturday. Freshman running back Caleb Hawkins set a program record of 5 rushing touchdowns for UNT and finishing the game with 189 yards, while also winning American Offensive Player of the Week. Drew Mestemaker went on for 18 of 25 passing for 298 yards and 2 touchdowns with a big help from Wyatt Young and Cameron Dorner. The Mean Green offense sits at 2nd in the country with an average of 44.4 points per game. Their record goes on to 9-1, and for the first time since 1959, the UNT football team has earned a number 22 spot on the AP Top 25 poll, which is essentially big in their fight for the college football playoffs. They go down to Houston to play Rice on Saturday evening, which will be streaming on ESPNU, so tune in and cheer for our Mean Green. Back to the desk.
Well, beyond sports, Texas won a huge competition in New York's home stadium.
Well, what did Texas win?
Well, Texas business Starship Bagel won in a competition for Best Bagel in New York out of about 24 businesses. Between 13 different states and even contenders from Canada, Denmark, and Spain, the business from Dallas won again after their 2023 victory. And this being the 6th year of Bagel Fest, the competition only gets bigger every year.
Wow, and in New York too?
I know, right? I guess everything is better in Texas too.
Thanks for watching NTTV News at noon.
Join us again tonight at 6 and tomorrow at noon here on North Texas Television.